What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. We're now seeing MSNBC's Joe Scarborough coming completely unglued in this newest clip, guys. He's taking MSNBC's train off the tracks. He's having the most unhinged, Trump deranged moment I think we've seen coming from Joe Scarborough yet. You know, the more Donald Trump wins and see success coming for Donald Trump, Joe Scarborough gets more and more filled with that Trump derangement syndrome. He just can't believe that Trump is actually pulling through after all of the amounts of, charade cases and baloney that's been thrown at him, to interfere with the 2024 elections, guys. I'm excited to get into the update and see exactly what's got Joe Scarborough in such dismay. So we get straight to the update and I'll get my thoughts on the back end, guys. So definitely stick around to the end so I can get my thoughts on the back end. And also, YouTube push this video out. Definitely stick around until the end, you guys. Okay, let's get straight to the clip. Before we do that, though, make sure you guys hit that like button for me and also hit that subscribe button as we're on the road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. Yo, let's get into it, y'all.
Good day, everyone. I hope you're doing great. I'll tell you who is not doing so great. Mika Brzezinski and Joe Scarborough. They're going crazy. We're going to go take a helicopter into the fever swamp and hope all their malaria mosquitoes that are making them just lose it. In fact, Mika starts making the goriest, bloodiest comments I've heard on MSNBC. I think she set a record. Probably not appropriate for normal people. But welcome to those of us in exile. We're happy here together. Exile just means we're kind of on the outs until God puts this place back together again. We're waiting on better days. The promise is still there. Some of it are patriots' promises that we will put together this republic, that loopy, power-hungry New York and Washington, D.C. elitists like Mika and Joe will not have control over American truckers and farmers or a barely literate comic book artist like myself. Welcome to Doug in Exile. Let's watch the kids on MSNBC.
A former Trump White House attorney sounding the alarm on what Donald Trump has planned for his political opponents.
Oh, thank goodness. We finally get to hear what Trump's going to do to his opponents. I'm very interested in this. I support it, so let's go.
The former president's focus on the topic of revenge in interviews following his conviction in the New York criminal hush money case is a big red flag.
Is it, though? I mean, I think they kind of have it coming. I'm not big on revenge, Revenge is mine, says the Lord. I believe in reformation. I believe in doing back to them what they did to you solely to get them to change their mind and learn some empathy is good.
Hobbs said, quote, I think there should be concern, adding, from a 30,000-foot view, what I see is Trump angrier now than he was before because he is convicted now.
What? Yeah, and Trump should be angry. This is righteous indignation. This isn't hate. This is correct. For what they did to his family, going after his family, his business, his country, the lies they told, the Russia investigation. Yeah, I'd be a lot angrier than Trump. I can't believe he's kept his cool.
That Trump is just beyond angry and listening to nobody and is just obsessed on revenge.
Given how much Joe Scarborough has screamed on his own show, I've never seen Trump raise his voice like that. So angry, people get angry.
People are claiming you want retribution. People are claiming you want what has happened to you done to Democrats. Would you do that ever?
Look, what's happened to me has never happened in this country before. And it has to stop because...
Wait a minute. I want to hear that again. It has to stop.
Yeah, and how do you stop it? You don't stop it by preemptively forgiving Adolf and Stalin, okay? Talking nice to them and negotiating with them? No. You have to go give them a black eye, figuratively, okay? If they don't feel it, if Democrats don't feel it, you have to go after them. And I think you should probably have to do something so illegitimate like what they did to Trump. Like illegitimate would be to jail Jill Biden. I think you have to jail Jill Biden. And then they might learn. Jail Michelle Obama preemptively and just go, we're going to throw you in jail. Now, does everyone agree that we shouldn't be attacking political opponents?
Well, it does have to stop because we're not going to have a country.
And if you're elected, what does that mean? Define that.
Look, what I've gone through, nobody's ever gone through. I'm a very legitimate person. I built a great business. Based on what they've done, I would have every right to go after them.
Well, yeah, not just right, but privilege. I mean, you'll be president. And if I were you, I would use every legal means. That's what Biden said he would do in going after Trump. Every legal constitutional means. That basically means whatever he and the Department of Justice make up and say. You can bend any rule. You can remove limits of the law. You can invent new law on the spot. You can upcharge misdemeanors to felonies. All that's on the table. We have to do it back to them or it doesn't change.
I had probably 25 guys over the course of a couple of months say, whatever you do, don't testify, because you'll say something that's a little bit off and you will be indicted for lying, for perjury. These are evil people. These are sick, evil people.
I think you have so much to do, you don't have time to get even. You only have time to get right.
Well, revenge does take time.
Dr. Phil's trying to talk Trump down from the wall. That's just a different strategy, okay? People have different tactics, different strategies. One strategy is you go back at the Democrats with everything they did to you, which I think is the right strategy to do here. Given how evil the Democrats are and how they will not stop, they will ruin the country. They will imprison me if Biden wins, okay? That's not crazy talk. It's entirely possible that they will pursue their enemies and go after Republicans when you haven't seen. Now, Republicans have to do the same back to the Democrats. Another strategy is like the Dr. Phil, oh, we're going to forgive. We're going to forgive. Oh, no, that's naive. That's Neville Chamberlain stuff. Peace in our time. We ain't doing that this time.
And sometimes revenge can be justified, Phil. I have to be honest. You know, sometimes it can.
It's not justified. It is tactical. The tactics are what justify it, not revenge in and of itself is not justified. Going after your opponent and giving them a dose of their own message. It's you take the dog, when a dog goes doo-doo on your carpet, he has to smell it. So you rub his face in it so he smells it. When he internally smells it, he stops doo-dooing on the carpet. We want the Democrats to stop taking a dump on the brand new living room carpet, and Trump's going to hold their nose to it.
Wouldn't it be terrible to throw the president's wife and the former Secretary of State? Think of it, the former Secretary of State, but the president's wife into jail. Wouldn't that be a terrible thing? But they want to do it. So, you know, it's a terrible, terrible path that they're leading us to. And it's very possible that it's going to happen to them.
It will have to happen to them before they learn. Now, when they learn and they reform and they turn around, then you no longer keep acting revenge, right? You don't take your boot off them. I mean, you keep holding them to the fire, but the goal is to restore the country's rule of law and get them to sign on to all the laws that keep you from being able to ever weaponize the government again in lawfare.
If there are those who think this is paranoia, or no, he wouldn't go that far. That's crazy. That's not for this country.
Mika Brzezinski, get ready for this, because she completely loses it on her weirdo bloodbath visions of Trump.
I think it's important to remind people to look at what he's already done the first time around, whether it's talking about the January 6 rioters who are in prison, saying he wants to pardon them, calling them hostages.
By the way, presidents have always pardoned people in prison, going all the way back. So guess what? You look at these guys in prison and you let them go. It might be J6. You may disagree with who the president does. I disagree with everyone that Bill Clinton ever pardoned. I disagree with anyone that Joe Biden ever pardons. I agree with pardons from Bush, from other people. So I'm only saying the argument over who they pardon, Mika's never going to be with who Trump agrees with.
Or look at actually what he's done. With the help of his Leonard Leo picks for the Supreme Court, Donald Trump takes credit for overturning Roe.
Yeah, that's one of his great accomplishments. And I think it's great. And Mika is horrified because she's just going to tell you a string of lies that she believes about Trump.
Let's think about what that is.
People said would never happen.
People said that would never happen. 50 years of rights.
50 years of rights of the unborn completely ignored by our courts. And we're not going far enough yet, but she's upset that Trump actually overturned it. I just want Paul Ryan to know that, because anyone who's ever claimed to be pro-life who is no longer a Republican and can't vote for Trump, well, you're naive and you probably don't care about human life as much as most do.
Abortion health care.
Okay, and now she calls abortion health care. It's an oxymoron, but to her, it's health care. Literally, the ending of one being's health is health care.
Out on bathroom floors, in their homes, they're being sterilized. I know this, I would love for this to sound crazy and extreme.
You're a crazy conspiracy theorist and you're telling lies. You're insane and you're putting out fear. This is more of their fear tactics that they do on their audience. You're lying to them and you're deceiving them about Trump. No woman got sterilized. I'm trying not to laugh because I just feel so sorry for him. She actually believes this, okay? And then they're going to think they can do anything back to Trump because of that. They see him as a murderer.
It's actually
happening along with 10-year-old girls getting.
Oh dear. It's like, it gets even worse what they say. And of course they'll never mention the 10-year-old girls that Biden has. Well, okay, this is getting gross.
Having to flee
That's
states.
what Trump has already done.
What he's already done.
And I hope that people who think this is overkill, oh, he would never have retribution, think about that image of a woman bleeding out instead of getting simple health care.
Geez, Mika, what a vampire. She's like obsessed, okay? And yeah, I want Trump to get some retribution now. Now I want it because I know how loopy these Democrats are. Imagine what they would do to Trump if they believe Trump is leaving women bleeding out on the kitchen floor. They're going to probably give him the death penalty if they win.
Because of Donald Trump. He's denied that to them. And I wonder, Jeffrey, why people don't believe their eyes.
She's gaslighting you. I actually, show me with my eyes what I'm missing out on. Where's the woman bleeding on her? Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Well, Mika is a dark, bizarre soul. Joe Scarborough is a unhinged lunatic, and MSNBC is the fever swamp. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to show you a glimpse into that horror show. So you come over here to the party. Come over here where the water's warm. And I don't mean because someone went in the pool. I mean, we're all in the warmth of each other's care and each other's friendship. We are happily marching to this election. These doomsayer weirdos over at MSNBC, that is a cult. They're in a weird brainwashing cult. And I'm here to help scrub your mind. Part of how I train you is we show you what they do, what they think, and what they're saying. And what percentage of that is true? 0%. And we're trying to just bring you the truth here, guys. If you ever have a disagreement with me, you tell me down in the comments below because we're here listening.
Yo, there we have it, guys. Coming from our friend Doug in Exile. I'll definitely be sure to leave the original video link down in the description box below for those of you who want to go over there and check that out. Also, you guys to go over there and show our friend Doug a bit of love. Oh my goodness, guys. We just seen things getting very scary over there on the set of MSNBC. We got Mika Brzezinski. We got Joe Scarborough, Screaming Joe, absolutely losing it with the Trump derangement syndrome that has filled up that set, guys. The statements that they're making are just way too far gone, guys. I can't see how any of their viewers can't see through these gaslighting tactics that they're using. I mean, at this point, it's just pathetic, guys. We can see them shaking in their boots, all the fear through their gaslighting tactics. We can see straight through the charades that they're trying to put out there. All the narratives that they're trying to push is just because Donald Trump is saying that he is getting closer and closer, inching his way. Actually, he's taking big leaps. I'm not even gonna lie. You know, the cases that they've thrown at Donald Trump, at first he was inching his way towards that seat as president later on this year. But, you know, with the election interference attempts coming from all the rogue justice on the left, you know, the Biden administration, the rogue Department of Justice system, I mean, the legal lawfare that was thrown at Donald Trump. We're seeing this guy taking the biggest leaps towards the White House later on this year. There is nothing that Mika Brzezinski, Joe Scarborough can say, you know, or scream at their audience that will get them to vote otherwise. I think people will, you know, vote Donald Trump just to see what he's going to do, you know, the type of retribution that he's going to seek out on all these individuals. I mean, honestly, can't wait to see it. You know, they're crying right now. Just think about how much they'll be crying when Donald Trump is actually sitting in that seat, doing that dance that he does, the little victory dance, because he just won a seat as president later on this year. This is not going to be a revenge warpath, guys. This is going to be him seeking to serve justice. You know, they've come out and they've soiled the name of justice. He's exclaiming that he's going to come back into office, you know, and pick Lady Justice off the ground. You know, they've neglected Lady Justice this entire time, you know, just trying to get in between Donald Trump and that seat of presidency. The election interference attempts were just pathetic, guys, and that is what made Americans lose faith in our justice system. You know, that's what Donald Trump is going to try to reestablish, trying to rebuild that faith that Americans once had in our legal system. You know, not what we got right now. It's a banana republic where, you know, they're trying to interfere, you know, come after a political opponent with legal lawfare. This just isn't right. The irony of this whole situation almost hurts, guys. The way they've come after Donald Trump nail into, and now they're saying that they don't want, you know, they're trying to hold Donald Trump's hands when he gets into office, saying that, you know what he'll do? He'll hit us back if he gets in office, you know, figuratively, of course. We'll definitely see some sort of retribution sought after for Donald Trump as soon as he gets in that seat as presidency. He already has said that. He's doubling down on it. You know, we got folks like Mika Brzezinski, Joe Scarborough, Dr. Phil trying to, you know, talk him off that ledge, or trying to push that narrative to say that, you know, we should stay away from Trump because he's going to go on a revenge warpath, you know, a dictatorship once he's in office. No, you guys are scared of that same gun that you used against him coming back and being used on you, guys. Definitely hop in the comment section and let me know your thoughts on what we just seen. Joe Scarborough, Mika Brzezinski going to great lengths to lie and gaslight their viewers to believe that Donald Trump is some bad, evil man, guys. Definitely hop in the comment section. Let me know who you're voting for later on this year. After the mountains of legal trouble and cases that have come for Donald Trump, even a conviction, guys, are you guys still going to vote for this guy come later on this fall? Definitely out the comment section. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Also, make sure you guys hit that share button. Share this out to as many Facebook friends as possible, you guys. Share the truth. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button. It doesn't cost one thing, you guys. Hit that like button for your boy, and also hit that subscribe button. That's on my road to the truth. Hop aboard for the journey. I'll catch you guys on the next one week.